seconds on the play clock. And snaps it in. It's going to be Jamel Hodges. Walked in. Mark Antoni rolling out. He's in trouble. Releases. And off the Jim's head. Caught it! Yeah! 12-yard line. Jim Valley walks it in for the...
Welcome in, guys, to Heard It Here First. As we are bringing you the game of the week, Week 5, we have chosen the Taylor Ducks versus Manor New Tech. Manor New Tech is a newer program that is still building itself, and in its first year, head coach Derrick Lewis, they went out and got the right man. Derrick Lewis is a dang good coach that did really good with LASA, which is the Liberal Arts Science Academy of Austin, I believe. And LASA, and he's done a good job with them. Switching over to Manor New Tech in his first year, he actually beat LASA by 1 point to give Manor New Tech its first win and only win of the season. And Derrick Lewis, he played ball in the NFL. He set a single season record for the Austin Wranglers in either receptions or yards for in the season. Derrick Lewis is an athlete, and he's got a lot of freshmen and sophomores on that roster, like Christian Salazar. And there's also a Lewis, which might be his son, that's a freshman. That's a really good athlete. So they are building. And though I don't think this game will be as close as all the other game of the weeks that I'm usually going to put them as a really good close game, but I'd see this becoming a rivalry down the road, that with Manor New Tech only 15 minutes down the road from Taylor, and 4 years from now, if they're aligned in the same district, I think this is going to be a way closer game then. And then we can look back and be like, man, 4 years ago, this guy was talking about this team and Taylor and both of these teams making a really turning point in the program. But I think this week is not only a turning point for Taylor's season this year, but it is the turning point for the program in itself from here on out. You got to think about it. You look into it, when you got Johnny Guzman, when you have Damon Calico, who are freshmen on this varsity roster, and then you take a look at Caddy Maravilla, Dreas Fisher, Seawood, Rangel, the list goes on and on. There's so many of them. Jarrell Robertson, Eli Lawrence. You have a really great group of seniors that can start leading these young men now. And you couldn't ask for a better group of seniors to do so. So not only do I think this game of the week, Taylor turns the page on the season, I think it turns the page on the program. And so I was lucky enough to catch up with Caddy Maravilla. We sat down, we talked Taylor football and how they talked about the past and what they're doing to prepare for district. So here you go right here. Caddy Maravilla, defensive tackle for the Taylor Ducks. Gerald Garza with Heard It Here First, joined with senior defensive tackle for these Taylor Ducks, Caddy Maravilla. Maravilla was defensive player or player of the week period for your Taylor Ducks with unofficially 12 tackles, 2 sacks, 2 forced fumbles, fumble recovery, and yeah, that's it. Sack, fumble recovery, forced fumble, the hat trick, all 3 things that you can get. So, Caddy, man, tell me about that game first. Let's start with that game and how you did in that one.
It just started from when we were talking before the game. I had coach, he just gave us a speech, and that one, it touched me. Usually, it's nothing too crazy, but that one touched me, and I just knew that I wanted to ball out.
Yeah. In your senior year, you got off to a tough start, but right now it doesn't matter because you're 0-0 when we go into district. Talk to me about your senior leadership, what you bring to these Taylor Duck defense, and also what you and how you keep the positive vibe in the locker room as you head into district.
Yes, sir. I think I just lead by example for the most part. I just show what needs to be done, and everybody else they follow in. And then we have other senior leaders who are more vocal about things like that. But and then the coaches are always on to us that like
Yeah.
losses and nothing. We have 3 seasons, the regular like preseason, district is our second season, and playoffs is the third season.
Absolutely, absolutely. And you spoke about some of your senior comrades. Let's speak about them. I know defensively you have Jarrell Robertson. You have there was a Vega, Tristan Vega,
Yes, sir.
and there was a Matt Rangel.
Yes, sir.
I haven't gotten too familiar with Matt and the other guy. I apologize. Fill me in about those two guys. I've seen they're having a pretty good season.
Yes, sir. Tristan, he has some little issues with his shoulder, but he's not playing scared. He's not doing any of that. He's putting his body on the line for us, and we're rocking with him.
Heck yeah.
And then Matt, just that middle linebacker role opened up, and he stepped up.
Yeah. Man, y'all have a really good senior class in yourself. I was watching your film last year. I already knew you were a gentleman that was going to explode on the scene, and you're such a good leader. Let's talk about some of these younger guys that are on your team that y'all are bringing up and molding. I know Calico's been a great wide receiver. I saw Johnny Guzman got some playing time on varsity. Tell me about some of your freshmen y'all are bringing up. And if you have any defensively, tell us about
them. Nothing particular on defense, but offense, we got Damian and Johnny.
Yeah.
Actually, and Johnny will play anywhere. He's more of a utility guy. He started the other week on defense with us.
Okay.
And then special teams will always be ready to work. And then Damian's a dog.
Yeah, he had a few games. I want to say at least 2 games over 100 yards already, and that dude's got so many receptions. I will have my stats posted at the bottom of the screen when we do this. But yeah, y'all's team. The reason I chose this Manor New Tech game is because I honestly feel this is not only just the turning point for your season as a senior and what Taylor's about to do, but the turning point of a really good future of the Taylor Ducks. And you and your senior class, I feel, are leaving a really good legacy with Andreas Fisher as well. And so with Manor New Tech, you go into this week. You don't have to spill the beans on the game plan, but how do you prepare for district in your week 1?
We just go into practice, and then we just gotta have the right mindset all week. We just win every day.
Yeah.
And then win that first quarter. Just win every little thing possible. It's
Absolutely.
the little things that matter.
Yeah, absolutely, man. And Coach Flowers and Coach Button, I've been familiar with. Tell me about your defensive coordinator.
Coach Jones, he came from Gerald, and that dude, he's something else. He'll always be there. He'll be there to hype you up. He'll be there to chew you out when you're doing wrong. He's just all.
Gotcha. So Coach Jones is the man that has brought this tenacity to this defense. This defense has done really good this year. Offense is finding itself, and I feel like Andreas Fisher in this game, I think this is where his turning point. I think he'll have. Well, I'm not gonna spill my beans. We'll put it. At the end of this show, you'll have bold predictions. We're gonna talk about what I see Andreas Fisher doing, Caddy Montevilla doing, and these Taylor Ducks offense and defense, and just all around, y'all have a really good program you're building. Is there anything you would like to leave your Taylor Duck fans, the Central Texas fans, anything you would like to leave them with?
Just don't count us out. Taylor Ducks are coming.
Absolutely. Oh, I always ask my guys one question. It's Friday night, 2 minutes before you take the field. You got that minute by yourself. What do you have on in your headphones before you take the field?
Love Sosa by Chief Keef.
All right, man. Love Sosa by Chief Keef. Guys, Caddy Montevilla, dude is an animal. Check him out on Max Preps, The Huddle. But Caddy Montevilla is a great defensive tackle for this Taylor Ducks and in this district. And y'all check us out, guys. Thank you so much, Caddy. I sure appreciate it,
Yes,
man.
sir. Thank you.
Y'all have a blessed evening, guys. Good stuff. Welcome back, guys, to Heard It Here First. That was the interview with Caddy Montevilla, and let's talk Caddy right now. Caddy is a dude who is very relentless, who plays with an attitude, who plays aggressive, who was last year's defensive player of the year for the district. And Caddy he leads by example, like he said. He said, I'm not a man of many words, but I'm gonna show you action. And as you can see in this clip here, where Caddy brings the wood on that quarterback, and so Caddy Maravilla, and he's a gentleman. You could tell, like, whenever he's a well mannered young man who it seems like he is very coachable, a great leader, and a young man that I'm privileged to be able to meet and be able to talk to. So let's talk about this Taylor Ducks. So even though they're 0-4 and took a tough loss to LaGrange, 7-35, Johnny Guzman, the freshman, had 11 carries for 76 yards. Damon Calico on the season, he had 17 receptions for 285 yards and 3 touchdowns. That's two freshmen that is the future of Taylor football. And those two young men, Johnny Guzman, I know personally, that dude can ball. When it comes to that game, Lawrence had 134 yards for a touchdown. Seawood, 3 receptions, 80 yards, and a touchdown. And so far on the year, Fisher has 300 plus yards and 2 touchdowns. Defensively in that game, Caddy Maravilla unofficially 12 tackles, 2 sacks, 2 forced fumbles, 1 fumble recovery. Rangel had 10 tackles, 1 tackle for a loss, and 1 fumble recovery. Robertson had 4 tackles, 1 forced fumble, 1 fumble recovery. Simeon with 9 tackles. Um, Manor New Tech is going. They do have some athletes, but like we talked about, they are building. And Derrick Lewis is um, -25 on this game. They have Taylor to win by 25 or more. They do have a W this year against Lassa, 14-13. Quarterback Christian Salazar, who was the one that started the season, I was watching on Max Prep. They did have a different guy playing quarterback as well. Ahmad Riley is also another underclassman with 17 carries, 67 yards, and 2 touchdowns in that first game. So he accounted for all their points. And Davion Lewis, the freshman athlete, who I think might have some ties with Coach Lewis, probably. And the coaching son pedigree is something that works very well. I think in this game, Taylor takes control. I think Taylor, like I said, the program turns around to this game. I think Taylor establishes the run early and takes the lead early. I think the defense may pitch a shutout, but I think there will be separation. Maybe some backups come in, just a blown assignment, and Manor New Tech gets a score. Um, I think I have some bold predictions on this game. I think Andreas Fisher gets over 200 yards for his second time in his career. The first time he did it was as a sophomore against Rockdale. I think he goes for over 200 yards and 3 touchdowns. Coach Q's got them at 28-7 in the victory. I'm taking them 49-6. I'm going to take Taylor 49-6. I think what's going to happen is that you will get Lawrence and Fisher will come out and the offense will get a good lead. I think it'll roughly be probably about 28 to 35 to 7 or 30-0 at halftime. Then I think we're going to see the future. I think we're going to see Guzman play quarterback. I hope to see Guzman play quarterback. I think it's a perfect time. You're 0-4 going into a district where I have you favored to go second. I think you will go second in this district. And it's a perfect time to start grooming those guys. When you get that big lead and you throw those freshmen in there, though, and as we pull the dogs off, I think freshmen Calico and Guzman go and light up the scoreboard some more. And that's why I'm seeing this 49-6 win whenever the underclassmen get in there and they do work as well. So that's what I have for this week's game of the week. I want to talk about some notable scores before I leave here today. Round Rock 35 versus McNeil this past week in District 25 6A. 26 6A. Bowie 28 loses to Johnson 24. You had Temple over Austin High 52-13. Yeah, Brentwood Christian 54, Manor New Tech 6. You had Luling 28. Luling 0, Travis 28. East Side 49 and Church John Paul II 0. Cedar Ridge and Westwood in overtime. Cedar Ridge pulls that 25 District 25 victory. And Rosebud Lot, 27, Buskyville 9. There's a young gentleman that's a freshman by the name of Zaylon Wells, who had 16 carries for 197 yards and two touchdowns. Just a freshman. The week before, he had a 100-yard game and I believe 2 touchdowns. This freshman is lighting it up for Rosebud Lot. That is one of those premier talents you have to keep your eye on in this area. Little River, 39. Salado, 67. And Franklin falling 21 to Salina, 59. So, ladies and gentlemen, this is the game of the week. Manor New Tech, Taylor Ducks. You have it here, guys. They will be playing at Manor New Tech and travel over there, support your Taylor Ducks. We're rooting for them. I'm going with Taylor in this one. And thank you so much, guys, for tuning in. Get some fan videos, send them in. Let's get some of these Taylor Ducks notified or get their credit that they deserve. Hit that subscribe button, like this video, guys. Thank you so much. Y'all have a blessed evening.
1, 2, 3, 4.
Seconds on the play clock, and snaps it in. It's going to be